This is the story of India, one of the oldest civilizations and one of the most diverse, vibrant, and resilient countries in the world. Long, long ago, before Rome, before Europe's castles, before the world even knew the word country, there was India. On the banks of the Indus River nearly 5,000 years ago, the Indus Valley civilization thrived. It was a land of planned cities, drainage systems, and trade routes. The people lived in peace, wrote in symbols still undeciphered, and built one of humanity's first great civilizations. As time passed, powerful kingdoms rose: the Mauryas, the Guptas, the Cholas, the Mughals, the Rajputs, and many others. India became a land of mathematics, medicine, astronomy, and architecture. The number 0 was born here. Ancient texts like the Vedas, Upanishads, and Bhagavad Gita shaped spiritual thought for billions. This was the land where Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism were born, a land where Muslims, Christians, Jews, and Zoroastrians later found refuge, a land of temples and mosques, of monasteries and churches, side by side. But greatness attracted greed. In the 1600s, the British East India Company came for spices and silk, and stayed for power. Slowly, through manipulation and force, the British colonized India. Under British rule, India's wealth was drained. Farmers starved while exports flourished. Revolts were crushed. The most infamous was in 1857, the First War of Independence, also called the Sepoy Rebellion. It was bloody and brave, but Britain tightened its grip. Still, the fire for freedom never died, and in the 20th century it grew brighter. A man named Mohandas Gandhi led with truth and nonviolence. He taught the world that you don't need guns to fight an empire. You need courage and conscience. Alongside him were heroes like Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhas Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who fought for freedom, dignity, and equality. Finally, on August 15, 1947, India became free. After almost 200 years of British rule, the tricolor flag was raised and a new nation was born. But freedom came at a heavy price. The country was partitioned, and millions were displaced and killed in the violence between India and the newly formed Pakistan. Hearts broke, borders burned, but India chose to rebuild. It became a democracy, one of the largest and most diverse the world had ever seen. In 1950, India adopted a constitution that promised liberty, equality, and justice for all. And since then, India has risen. Not without struggle, not without wounds, but with unshakable will. Today, India is the world's largest democracy, one of the fastest growing economies, and a leader in science, space, art, and culture. From Bollywood to ISRO, from the Taj Mahal to the Silicon Valley of Bangalore, from rural villages to global tech hubs, India is many worlds in one. Interesting facts about India. India is home to over 1.4 billion people, speaking 22 official languages and thousands of dialects. It has the world's third largest Muslim population and is also the birthplace of 4 major religions. India is the world's largest producer of milk, second largest producer of fruits and vegetables, and a global spice capital. Yoga originated in ancient India and is now practiced worldwide. The Indian film industry, Bollywood, produces more movies than Hollywood. India's space agency, ISRO, launched a spacecraft to Mars on its first try, a feat no other country has achieved at such a low cost. The Taj Mahal, one of the 7 wonders of the world, was built by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his wife Mumtaz. Moral lessons from the story of India. 1. Strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it prays, fasts, and waits. India's independence was won largely through nonviolence, showing that moral courage can change history. 2. Diversity is not chaos, it is beauty. India's hundreds of cultures, faiths, and traditions do not weaken it. They make it richer, deeper, and more alive. 3. Wounds can heal if the will to grow is stronger. Despite colonization, poverty, and partition, India chose to build, to forgive, and to move forward. 4. Wisdom is timeless. From ancient scriptures to modern innovations, India's knowledge has always been its greatest treasure. 5. Identity is layered. India is ancient and modern, spiritual and scientific, rural and urban, all at once. And it teaches the world that you don't have to be just one thing to be whole. India is not just a country, and it is a civilization, a mirror of humanity and a rising light in a world that often forgets its past. And no matter where you go, if you listen closely, in the echo of a raga, the scent of masala, or the rhythm of feet dancing at a wedding, you will feel its heartbeat.